want to thank you for coming and joining me today. I first moved and I relocated to another area. I was through your process. The care that you can get out of it as well. Hello, welcome back to Happy Life, Better Life. This video is not for everyone. This video in particular is for my sisters and those who are just starting over from the bottom. Like after a divorce or separation, when you are experiencing like severe financial hardship and you're going through different things, I just kind of wanted to give some advice to those who are starting over from the bottom. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and please let me know if this video was at all helpful for you, okay? So first, when you're starting over after a divorce or separation, it depends on what your situation is. Some people, their spouse or significant other was the main provider. And a lot of times in that case, when you guys split, sometimes there is money that's allocated through, you know, spousal support and child support and all that. And then there are other times when that is not the situation and a person can find themselves in a very difficult place. So if you are starting over, and let's say maybe you didn't even work, maybe you took care of the home or something like that, you're starting over, you're trying to find work, one of the first things you want to do is maybe as you're looking for jobs, sometimes that can be challenging. Something I kind of want to put out there, it can be extremely helpful to go to like a temp agency. There's several different ones. I don't know which ones might be in your area, but some of the ones I've heard of and been familiar with are Adecco, Manpower, Spherion. These are like temp agencies where you come in and they usually will have jobs and stuff lined up that they're waiting to put people in. So sometimes it can expedite things and help things go a little bit faster. So that's one tip I want to put out there. The second one is if you are seriously going through financial hardship, you want to look into public assistance. Public assistance can consist of food stamps. It can consist of medical insurance if you don't have any medical insurance. Transportation, like they will sometimes provide you with a stipend for transportation so that you can get to jobs and things like that. Also, they will, if you have like no cash coming in whatsoever, they will give you cash, but believe me, it's very minimal from what I know of. But public assistance can be extremely helpful. Like I said, to make sure that you keep food in the refrigerator, especially if you have children and stuff like that. And like I said, for medical insurance, because if you don't have any insurance, if you were covered under your spouse's insurance and then you guys split up and you don't have your own insurance, this might be a path for you to take because you will be able to have access to that. Thirdly, Section 8 for housing. Now, depending on what city and state you reside in, that can be a little daunting because some places have lists that are for like years and years and years. Now, for me, I lived in an area where I've never been on Section 8, but I know that in my area, at one point in time, we had a lot of houses available that were empty and vacant. And I lived in an area, I would describe it as more like rural, up in the mountains. I mean, yes, it's a town, and we have a town, so it's actually called a city, the town that I live in. But around us, there were so many different suburbs and things, and a lot of people had homes that were available, so they started sending people from New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia, to the area because they had those really, really long waiting lists. So sometimes people end up having to relocate for that. because I think that there was something in their towns that said, you know, you can get housing faster if you're willing to locate to this area or this area. And so some people did that. So Section 8 usually will have low income housing available at times. But like I say, the waiting list can be long. And then also they have vouchers that they give people. So it's like you find someone who is renting a property. The property has to be approved by Section 8. But then you will live there, and Section 8 pays, I would say, about 75% or so. I don't know the exacts of the rent, and then you pay what you can afford to pay, but it's usually a minimal amount that makes things much easier for people. Also, people don't know this, but with Section 8, they will also, like, say you don't want to rent, you want to buy something, they will assist you with buying a home, but that's like a one-time thing. Like once you do that, it's one and done. You can't get another house through them. You can't later, if something happens and you end up moving or losing a home, you can't then go get on Section 8 for rental assistance and stuff like that. I believe it's like a one and done. Now, I am not 100% sure. You have to, research or call and ask them about it. But that is something that a lot of people don't take advantage of who are on Section 8. Now, I'm speaking for Pennsylvania. I don't know about other areas, but I know that they have, they will help with your down payment. They will help with you getting approved for like a mortgage. Like they assist with home ownership. And that's an important thing to know in case you need that. So the next thing I want to talk about is these are kind of, I guess, certain perks in a way. So, because these are things that may not be necessities, but are good perks to have. So, if you have a food stamp card, a lot of times in different states, you are automatically eligible for a free cell phone with free or really reduced costs and services. So that's something to look into. And I remember years and years ago when I had food stamps, I did have a free cell phone, and it had like a limited amount of data and talk time on it. But hey, if you are struggling financially or something, that can be a big help. The other thing is if you receive food stamps and you have a food stamp card, I know in Pennsylvania, you can get like free or really reduced fees into like local museums and attractions in your town. That was something that I saw them have in Philadelphia, and I thought that was amazing. Like you could get into the art museum for free. You could get into the Franklin Institute for free, the Natural History Museum, the zoo. And if these places did have fees, a lot of times they were reduced if you had a food stamp card in your ID. So that's something to remember. Also, like internet. If you are like in the low income bracket, there are programs that Xfinity has, T-Mobile, and also I believe that there is something that you can qualify for because you are receiving public assistance, but they will like take a certain amount off of your bill every month, or you can get free and reduced services in certain cases. So one thing I recently found out in regards to internet, if you have I know the library in my town, if you have a library card, you can rent like a hotspot for like 2 weeks. And here at the library in my town, it's only $15. So you can get the hotspot and you can have it for 2 weeks. And I don't think they have a limit on how many times you can take it out. But if even for a whole month of service, if you were able to have the hot box that long, it would be like $30, which is like amazing because I pay so much for internet service. I don't even have cable. It's just internet, and I pay like $125. It's ridiculous. So that's something that I want to put out there. I want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Yeah, I think that's pretty much the gist of it. So I wanted to put that out there for those of you who may be struggling financially and need a little bit of assistance and help. I hope you find this video helpful. Please comment, share. If you have any questions, put that in the comments and I'll be happy to respond to them. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I hope you find it helpful because you know I want you to live a happy life and a better life. Thank you so much. Have a great day and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.